Hello! In this episode we're gonna be exploring Megara Coast. As from my last episode, if you remember, we were trekking through the night and for some reason the sound disappeared in one of the parts. And another thing, my voice sounded a bit depressing, didn't it? So I just want to say, like, cheer the fuck up, man, you know? But anyways, we're gonna be exploring here, and as you can see, there's already a new enemy around here. These giant turtles, and you probably noticed they have quite a fair bit of health. They can withstand quite a bit of damage, which makes them kind of annoying, but just keep hammering and eventually you'll crack that shell, you know. And they do actually quite a bit of damage to you as well, so you gotta not let too many of them swarm you at once. And what's this? Turtle shell. That's our first one. That's a monster charm that is attachable to your shield. And if we go over here, if you can see over there, there's some other new monster type, the Ichthyans. And the Ichthyans are basically this game's version of the merman. Kind of half fish, half humans or something. And they're pretty much, well, they've got a variety of types. Most of them are just regular fighters. They aren't really that dangerous and they go down easily. Others have like some water attacks. And here we've got some more turtles trying to spit shit at us. And this thing that the turtles spit, these projectiles, they actually like slow you down. So it actually allows them, when they attack you in the groups, it allows them to swarm you easier. Okay. And if you see, it's quite pretty around here, isn't it? This beach area. I really like it. It's one of my favorite parts of Act 1. Really nice. You can look at these gentle waves. And of course Ichthyans and other enemies ruining all the fun. Well, actually it is their land in a way. It is their dwelling place and we're just coming in and killing them. And what's this? Another turtle shell has just dropped. So we're gonna be attaching that in a moment. So I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna put that, combine it with the previous one we found, so now it's better. Now it's 2 out of 5. Yeah, if you didn't know, the monster charms, they form pieces out of 5 and the relics out of 3. And here we've got some undead. So undead decided to, you know, nest themselves in this coast as well. I don't know what they've forgotten here, but if we actually look carefully, there will be some shipwrecks around on the left, and these are new enemies as well, the wraths. They are undead type as well, but they're slightly kind of stronger. They're kind of like half ghost, half zombie types. Yeah, the wraths, they can hurt quite a bit if you actually let too many of them swarm you. And if you see there's a shipwreck here, so they probably, all these undead, poor people who died when the ship crashed. It's quite nice when the environment tells a story, you know, about what happened there. There's another shipwreck here. I don't know what kind of coast this is, where all the ships just crash landing, you know. Well, or rather just crashing, not crash landing. They're not flying ships. But what sort of killer coast is this? And if you know, there's a healing shrine on there. Healing shrine is a one-off. It only heals you once if you tag it, and that's it. So it's best to use it only once your health is like fairly low, and you don't want to drink a potion. You just substitute that for a potion. And there's a few more wraths over here. See, we cast Squall on them. Die, bitch, die! There. Dropped some gold. I don't know why they're carrying it around though. The skeletons and the zombies. Makes me wonder what determines whether you become a zombie when you die or when you become a skeleton. Zombies are probably the recent dead, and skeletons are probably the ones who have been there for freaking ages. And they're already rotten away and just there. Alright, we're gonna continue along this way. We're gonna be coming to a cave really soon. It's funny how the Ichthyans and the turtles are living in harmony with all the undead. Why don't the undead attack them as well? After all, they're made of meat as well. Assuming the undead eat meat. I don't know why the undead actually. What do they want exactly? Do they want to terrorize people or something? More shipwrecks, but there's nothing else here. And there's over here there's a cave, so don't miss that. It's got some more enemies for you to kill. At the end of the day, we do want to kill as many enemies as we can. We don't want to leave anyone alive, because that's not the way we roll, you know. And that bird flew really close to the screen. I like how there's seagulls there even. Okay, so we're inside the cave. And if you notice, there's a new type of Ichthyians here, the shamans. And the shamans, they're a bit annoying because they tend to not only heal their own troopers, but they also cast battle awareness, which is a skill from the defense mastery, which basically raises their defensive ability. And when it raises their defensive ability, it basically makes them reduce the damage that you deal to them, so making it less likely for you to deal criticals. And also at times, if their defensive ability gets too high, you will also miss attacking them at times. See, those annoying bastards just healing those turtles as if they don't have too much health already. And healing each other as well. It could be quite a lethal combination, fighting turtles and Ichthyan shamans at the same time. So you gotta really make sure you don't aggro too many at once. What's this? Another turtle shell. That's a third one now. We're finding them so much. And that's one of the items we picked up from one of the wraths, which is quite shit, because if you notice, compared to the armor I've got right now, it's nothing. So we're gonna sell that. And here we've got some more Euronymii, those scavenger demons, which we met earlier. Look at that nice majestic chest. They probably stole it away from somewhere, probably from one of the shipwrecks actually. And so I was right, they do like to steal away shiny stuff. Those little golem wannabes. I wonder what they do with shiny stuff. Do they just hoard it or something? I mean, it's not like they can eat it. And there's a couple of helmets here we picked up, which they're not really better than the one we've got right now. Right now we've got some poison resistance and some intelligence bonus, which is better than just reduction to requirements and stuff. And there's a couple more shamans over here. They do like to come in pairs, don't they? Yeah, Skull seems to nicely soften up these turtles. Just, I think once we get the synergy, it will be even better, the synergy to Squall. Look at this, another turtle shell. That's a fourth one, and all we did is just traverse a little stretch of land, and we already got 4 turtle shells. The drops are amazing today, aren't they? And let's go this way. And uh-oh, can you see that guy with a star above his head? That's a monster hero. So that's an Ichthyan monster hero. If you know, Silas Mercury is his name, and his name is an orange. Monster heroes are basically like mini bosses. They don't have a certain places to spawn. They actually could spawn or might not, you know. They kind of random a bit. And they're actually tougher than regular monsters. Sometimes they're not that much tougher, sometimes they're actually pretty easy, but other times they could be really bad. They could be really powerful. And see this guy here, he casts some nice nasty water spells, like the one especially when the water dances along the ground like that. That is actually a pretty powerful spell, so don't get caught by that. I must have drank quite a few potions there. But it's usually these times when you find yourself acquiring, you know, a few deaths, because these monster heroes, they sort of catch you off by surprise. You don't expect, you know, meeting them. Here he dropped an arcane formula, if you notice, molten orb. But yeah, these monster heroes, they, like with normal bosses, you could, you know they're there, and you know what kind of strategies. But monster heroes, you don't know when they're gonna come up and what sort of strategy they're gonna use. There's quite a lot of them. And I remember reading somewhere on Titan Quest forums that they often appear when you're actually doing pretty well. So if you're dying a lot, you're probably not likely to meet them. But if you're, manage to stay alive for quite long, their spawn count increases, so you're more likely to come across them. Not sure if that's true or not, but that's what I remember reading on the forums. It does make sense though, that the game will, increase its difficulty if you're doing well. And if you look, we've explored the cave, so we're gonna be leaving it now. I remember one time I was actually noting down the names of all the monster heroes I was coming across. I was trying to see how many I could find, and with every new character I was always finding new ones. You would of course find some the same ones, the same faces. You'd get to know them as if they were your brothers. But yeah, there'll be plenty of new ones you'll meet. We should be reaching the city of Megara soon. It's just a bit further along this beach. There's quite a big group of Ichthyians and turtles around here. That's why I'm kind of casting Squall and retreating. These turtles do take tons of hits, don't they? Probably would be better to use a mace here or something. I think they might have some pierce resistance against the swords and spears. And these Ichthyian shamans are really annoying, aren't they? Prolonging the inevitable. Keep healing themselves and casting that battle awareness. We're still gonna kill you. The battle awareness actually spreads to the other Ichthyians as well. It's kind of like an area buff. It's a bit annoying, so it might be a good idea to sort of get the crowd to spread out a bit. Alright, so we're pretty much at Megara now. And you notice that, if you see, the monsters here die pretty much one hit. They probably made easier for these NPCs to show how the NPCs can kill monsters as well. Right, there we go, Megara. And look at this guy, juggling his vegetables. Nice skill you've got there, mate. Okay, we're gonna be looking around. There's a few guys giving side quests and stuff. So you might want to talk. See the guys with exclamation mark like this one.
Every part of Greece is troubled these days.
And this guy over here, he's the main quest guy, the one Leonidas tells you. Timon.
So,
Timon, you look smaller the last time I saw you on telly. And where's your friend? That, pig friend of yours. And here's another guy who gives you side quest. The shipwreck side quest. And here's a couple of traders which we can talk to later and buy stuff from. And here's a portal. And if you notice here, I actually missed, there's another side quest guy that continues. So yeah, there are a few undead over here. And there's another rebirth fountain, which is a bit weird because there's two rebirth fountains pretty much really close to each other. But yeah, we'll probably stop the episode here and we'll continue the next part later. I'll see you guys later then. Bye then.